Hey guys, Kirk here, and I just want to talk to you a minute about how to get the most out of your 36 colored pencil set. You're watching this, there's a good chance you've purchased this and it's either on the way or you have it already. And first of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining in with us in creating anywhere you go. And so I'm just gonna go over a few things that I've learned that really help you get the most out of this set, wherever you're at and whatever you're gonna do. Opening it up, this lead holder comes preloaded when you buy it with a piece of 2B graphite lead. That comes in the pencil and it's quite long. It's a lot longer than the colored leads. But that's loaded inside there. And this lead, you can use it obviously if you want, sharpen it and use it, but there's something else I like to use it for that we'll come back to later. But that you can remove out and set aside later and load the color of choice that you want in your pencil. Just like that. Some of you are really familiar with mechanical pencils or lead holders like this, and for you this is intuitive and it makes sense, but others of you may have not used pencil like this. Basically, you extend the lead out by clicking. Nice little clicking motion like that. And as you need more, you extend more. A note about using the leads and how far you extend it. These leads are incredibly strong straight on, but they are not all that strong from the side. So you want to be careful how far you extend the lead out. The further out it is, the easier it's going to break. I pretty much only extend it out as far as I need to draw what I'm drawing, to work with it as I need to. Now, loading and unloading the colored lead into this is really simple. Basically, this clicking button on the back that extends the lead out also is a release mechanism. If you push it in and hold it past the click right there, you now have released the lead. And so it moves freely. So you can pull it out. You can also put it back in. And this works really nice, for instance, when you're sharpening and you need to put the lead out to sharpen it, but then you have to push it back in after you're done so that's not out too far for drawing with. A nice thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the back of this clicker button on the back here, that actually removes like this, and you can insert your lead into the back of this to put your lead into the pencil. So I'm gonna do that real quick just to show you. I have one in the front here, but I'm gonna pull it out. And then say you're starting new, you have a piece of lead. Some people find feeding the lead into the front difficult and prone to breaking it. In fact, that's probably the most likely place you're gonna break a lead, is trying to push it back in. So one thing that's nice, especially for kids and stuff, I tell them just drop it in, pull the button off the back and just drop it in the back. At that point, you just click and it'll come out the front. See, that works pretty smooth. It's pretty easy. Now, when I'm drawing, I'm usually just putting in and out the front because it's pretty quick, and I know I'm used to it. They're not that easy to break, so you can do it either way. That's kind of your choice. Now, working with the colored pencils, when you're out working and you're creating and working your art, there's a few tricks I've learned that really help. One is we have the leads kind of separated into groups of 9, which is nice because they aren't just all jumbled together, and they have this little key here for helping you know where they go. But when you're working with a color, it can be difficult and mind consuming to figure out where that color goes back. So one thing I like to do is this piece of 2B graphite that comes in your pencil. One thing I like to do is insert that where the lead you took out was. And so that lead now is a placeholder for the lead that you're using. And so when you go to put it back, there's a key there so you know where it probably goes, but this is a nice little thing that you can use to hold the place of where you were. And if you're gonna grab another color, you grab it, put that in your pencil, and switch out the colors. And I just found this little trick. It helps me not have to some of the colors are really subtle, the difference, and which one it was and where it goes is sometimes hard to see. So that's a little trick I like to do. Now, when you're sharpening, this is your sharpener. Has a nice little piece of steel inside here, and this sharpener actually works, unlike most sharpeners where you're just going around a circle. This sharpener works by going back and forth, but you have to extend the lead out, I'd say about a ½ an inch is what I do, and then very carefully, so you don't snap it off, you're gonna just twist back and forth on that, and you're gonna bring that to a nice sharpened point on there. At the same time, collecting all the shavings, you can cap that so those shavings don't get on anything else. And before you start drawing again, remember to put that lead back in a little ways so it's not as prone to breaking. The other thing I just want to let you know is that once this starts building up with shavings, and I actually kind of like it, makes every drawing has its own little composition of different colored shavings. It's kind of fun to see the colors as they build up in here. But when this is getting kind of full, you simply just tip it out and dump the shavings out on either side into the trash with that. The eraser is pretty self-explanatory. Just be careful with the gray side. You will tear up your paper if you're too aggressive with it. And then lastly, what I want to say is that this little colored guide here, we made this so that you can color this yourself and have the exact color. As you can see, I have one here that I've colored. And one thing I like to do with these colors is to do it with a really strong, hard intensity on one side and then fade them out. So you can kind of see the color in its full strength and then in a light shading strength. It helps me know as I'm drawing what the exact colors I'm working with are. One last thing, you're going to break a few leads. There's a little learning curve on this and everybody does. I don't do it very much anymore, but it happens. And it can really bum you out if you just got your new set. So we will give you one free initial lead refill of 8 leads. You pick the colors and we will send those out to you free, no charge to you, just to get you over the learning curve of how to use these. All you have to do is go on our website and pick the lead refill option and then use the discount code first refill, and we will send those out to you at no cost to you. That way you don't have to be bummed about breaking a lead or two as you're getting to learn how to use this set. Thank you for watching this user guide for the 36 colored pencil set. We hope you have many years of great use out of it. And by all means, if you have a question, concern, comment about this set or anything else, click contact us and let us know. We would love to help you figure it out. Thank you so much for going with us, and we hope that you're able to create amazing things anywhere you are. Thank you.